I'm back. If you're watching this on the archive, the reason I say I'm back in that weird tone is because I started a stream, was getting a lot of dropped frames, decided to stop it, delete it from YouTube, reset OBS, start over. Seems to be working. But also I'm back. I was playing Ashes Ascendancy late last night and decided to get it, oh, as I'm getting an echo in my ear from my phone being tuned in to check on the stream. I'm back. I'm back for more. I played until like midnight. I wanted to play the Astral Magic deck, Aaron Frostpeak, but it was too late to start another game. So I'm back now. I'm on a 2-day streak now of streaming over the holiday break, which is sort of a goal. The streak will probably continue through tomorrow, and then take a break for Christmas because you're expected to spend time with friends and family and real life stuff. It's annoying, but such is life. But for now, I'm going to play one more game of Ashes Ascendancy. And sometimes when I'm playing a game on stream, I'm doing so because I'm learning it a little bit. So I might be looking at the rule book for some clarifications, that kind of thing, as I learn the new Dragonborn system and the new Astral Magic dice. But I did play one game against Skatha Kalani last night and kind of kicked her ass with the Artifice deck. So we'll see if the same happens here. And then after that, I have the relatively new edition of Tokaido, which has a solo mode. I've always liked Tokaido as a sort of a light set collection game of sorts. Interested to see its solo mode, so I will bust that out next. But for now, wow, I have good habits, I guess, because right before starting gameplay, it popped into my head to suggest that you like the video, which is what I do on our actual capital V videos on the channel. Yeah, if you hit the like button, that'd be great. Subscribe to the channel if you've come across this stream and haven't subscribed. We'd appreciate it. We have no Patreon, so you can't give us your money. You can only give us your clicks. So thanks for that. Okay, so this Astral Magic deck, it uses the new Astral dice, and what they do with their power face is they place the die on a Phoenixborn or a unit I control, and it prevents the next damage that would be dealt to that card. So that's sort of the heart of what's going on here. How that turns into a proactive strategy that wins a game, I'm going to be kind of figuring that out as I go. But I mean, Aaron Frostpeak has 7 battlefield slots, so I guess just keeping your units alive so that you can deal tons of damage and close out the game, I guess that's sort of it. Whoa. Also, since it's mid-afternoon instead of nighttime here, instead of beer, I am drinking Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar, a blackberry flavored soda. I think it's the last one from a 12-pack, so I've had a bunch of these now. They're fine. Like, yes, it's blackberry-ish, but it's also chemical-y. I don't really think I'm going to buy another 12-pack of them. But every time, at least if I can get it in a zero sugar 12-pack, anytime there's a new flavor soda at the store, I always have to try it. I don't know why. There's more where that came from. There's more weird ones in the fridge. Coke has a new holiday, well, it has holiday creamy vanilla is what they call it. But they used to have just vanilla Coke, and I think this might just be rebranded vanilla Coke. Anyway, it's good. Better than blackberry Dr. Pepper. All right, so first 5 here are going to... Oh, I've sleeved my cards since last night too, so no more scratching them up. First 5, so there's 2 types of summon spells. Neither one takes dice to get on the table, so I'm thinking I probably want both. When I'm not very familiar with a deck, I might as well maybe just have one of every ready spell? Whirlwind is a little bit more niche. It lowers the dice of the Phoenixborn, of the opposing Phoenixborn, or in this case, Dragonborn, 1 level. That's gonna be... I'm just realizing I should check, since I restarted OBS, check my audio. Okay, good, still connecting to the microphone. Great, everything's fine. It seems a little niche. Like, that seems more universally good against players. Against the Dragonborn, in this case, what her dice do is they charge up her ability as they land on her class and power sides. Thank you to the commenter on the last video who told me that side I was calling the magic side of the dice is the class side of the dice. Anyway, They charge her up basically to use her ability once, which is to deal 1 damage to my leftmost unit, or my Phoenixborn if I have no units. Like, it's... So if I'm reducing two of their dice by 1 level, I'm just like kind of setting them back from dealing 1 damage. It's like preventing a fraction of a damage. It's something, but it's not incredible. Although, oh, I just noticed though that it takes a main action, which is costly sometimes, and exhaust. It doesn't cost dice to do it. You know what? I'm back on board. I'm gonna put a whirlwind in my first 5. Then I'm gonna need some allies. Like Skybreak Captain might come later when I'm not spending dice playing so many. Javelineer. Let's try a Skybreak Captain. It is 3 dice. It's a lot, but I'm gonna give it a try. And then I think I want Aerial Strike as well. This is an action spell that says if your Phoenixborn has an astral die on it, deal 4 damage to target unit and opponent controls. That just seems incredibly good. That just knocks any 2-blood unit out, and I think I'm happy to have that as often as it will show up. So I might as well put one in my first 5. Like I think that's my attitude there. Great. It looks like the stream is still stable this time. Sweet. I should have chat showing, huh? I don't have it on my screen. There we go. Okay. All right, so first 5 decided. I need to lay out the Dragonborn's starting aspects. She has a threat of 4. Like I said, I did with the Artifice deck kind of kick her ass, so another good reason to play kind of casually on the stream is to calibrate sort of what difficulty level I want to play at when I record some actual videos. And based on that first game, I think +1 threat, which is like the heroic difficulty level, would be where I want to go. But I want to see how this deck fares too, because it's a sample size of 1 so far. So just because I beat her once doesn't mean she's easy. And all right, quick shuffle to her deck, and then let's lay these out. There's a 2, a 2, a 1, a 1, and one more quick shuffle. All right. I sleeved all these. I like these white sleeves because there's so much white space in Ashes anyway. But I had to use clear sleeves on her cards because you have to be able to see these gold blood icons on the back. All right. If you have no idea what Ashes is, by the way, I am a Phoenixborn playing a solo mode, which has me go against this automated of sorts Dragonborn. I have 15 health, so I am defeated and lose the game if I take 15 damage. Wounds, actually, the game calls them. She has 30 health, so I'm trying to deal 30 damage to her through a combination of attacking her directly, but also anytime that I defeat her aspects, which represent kind of her abilities and even some like parts of her body, depending on the nature of the boss you're going up against. That they each have a blood value, and that kind of corresponds with how powerful a unit that is of hers, but also how much damage gets dealt to her when I defeat that unit. So I'm also making forward progress just by clearing her units off the table. So with that, here we go. Rolling my 10 dice. They are all astral dice. They will become sort of my mana to spend. Ooh, that's a lot of basics, which I don't like. Those are the weakest. 3 class and only 1 power. Okay, not a great start. But anyway, I think I have a pretty straightforward first turn. I think I'm just going to play 2 of these ready spells, see what happens next. So, Stellar Oracle is what I'm more likely to want to deploy before a Frost Talon, I think. Because if I have this Frost Talon Conjuration, which I can conjure multiple, like over and over this game, just has 1 life, which means anytime that she pings my leftmost unit, if it's a Frost Talon, it's going to die. So I don't really want one on my left, and I have to slot them in the order I play them, so I don't want to play that first. I think I am going to play Summon Stellar Oracle. That's a main action. And that Whirlwind spell I was just talking about when picking my first 5, that is a side action to play, but does cost me a class die. Okay, that's my turn. Her turn. She's going to roll a die to determine her behavior, and it is Basic, which means attack if able, if not reveal. She can't attack because she attacks with units, which she doesn't have any yet, so she will reveal. Radiant Flash. When this unit comes into play, the opposing player must lower one power die 2 levels. Welp. This one is now a basic also. That's that's a pretty bad outcome. Okay. Well, now what? My ascend ability, yeah, I'd probably just want to ascend as my side action. So Aaron Frostpeak says, ascend, side action, exhaust him, use a class die, deal 1 damage to target unit and opponent controls, place an astral die onto this Phoenixborn from my exhausted pool. So he has that astral die on him that prevents a damage to him, and he's dealing 1 damage. I'll just take out Radiant Flash. It was a 2/1/1. Easy. Oops, I have this draw pile in the wrong place. That goes here. Discard this, deal 1 damage to her because it was 1 blood value. That feels like I'm off to a very good start, to be honest. That was my side action, so I have a main. I don't have the dice to play my Skybreak Captain now. Oh, I can summon a Stellar Oracle. Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to cost me these 2 dice and exhaust my summon spell. The Stellar Oracle is this cool dragon. Has Divination 2. When this unit comes into play, draw 2 cards. If you do, place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. And then it has 2 attack, 2 life, 0 recover. These are not great cards. So, and I'm definitely not playing 2 Skybreak Captains this round, so I'm going to put 1 on top of my deck to kind of go into next round. But I'm going to want to meditate and probably mill cards from my deck. So actually, maybe I keep it and put something that like a second copy of Summon Stellar Oracle on top of my deck so that I mill that when I meditate. Okay, but that's going to be my turn. So her turn. She rolled a crown, which says activate the Dragonborn's ready spell and then reveal. So her current ready spell says the opposing player must lower 1 non-basic die in their active pool 1 level. Joke's on her, I don't have any. Dodged that one. And then she's going to reveal Dragon Rage. 4/3/2. When this unit is declared as an attacker, place 1 status token on the Dragonborn. Okay, I almost definitely want to do this Aerial Strike to just clear that. It has 3 life, terrible effects. It would kill and not even die against my Stellar Oracle. That all sounds awful to me, so I'll do that. I will spend my side action this turn playing Aerial Strike. It costs me a basic die. It says if your Phoenixborn has an astral die on it, deal 4 damage to target unit and opponent controls. I will deal 4 damage to the Dragon Rage. That's going to defeat it and do 2 blood damage to Skatha. I need a main action. And it can't be to meditate. I guess I'll just play out my Summon Frost Talon so that I can start summoning those Frost Talons in the future. But I'm gonna need some dice, some better dice than these. Okay, her turn. She will roll a basic, which says attack if able, if not reveal. Aegis Feathers. 1/1/1. When this unit is destroyed, remove 1 exhaustion token from the leftmost aspect on this battlefield. It also has this little shield icon in the corner now, which means it's sort of it's a defender. I think they took a common keyword from Red Rains, the previous PvE mode in kind of past Ashes expansions, and turned it into that icon. So that will block for other units and for her, but it's one life. I can find a way to take it out. On that note, a pretty good turn. Looks like maybe some meditating and then attacking that with my Stellar Oracle. I don't see why not. Let's start with the meditating. I think, especially because she's likely to bump some down, and I want to play at least 1 Skybreak Captain and summon a Frost Talon. I think I want to meditate for 4 cards. So I'm going to change 4 of these to these Owl Power Faces. And mill 4 cards from the top of my deck as the cost to do that. Okay, I knew I was losing another copy of Summon Stellar Oracle. Oh, there go a couple good allies. I'm not too crushed about the Whirlwind. Okay. And then as my main action, I will attack Aegis Feathers with Stellar Oracle. So normally she would roll a behavior die to determine whether she blocks, but she doesn't block for the defenders. And so that's just going to attack it. It deals its damage back, which is 1, and it's dead. And that's a damage to the boss. Okay, I mean, this is going very smoothly so far. You'd love to see that. All right, she's gonna roll a basic behavior. That's again attack if able, if not reveal. That's also really helping that I'm rolling those and keeping the board clean, so where she's never getting to attack. So she's just gonna reveal. Seer has 3 attack, 2 life, 2 blood, and it's gonna get 2 status tokens and has the ability at the start of the Dragonborn turn, remove 1 status token from this unit to deal 1 damage to the opposing player's target Phoenixborn. So the first time it does that, it'll pop my astral die. Because I don't have anything else that causes me to care about that, that's not the end of the world. It's going to attack my rightmost unit, which is annoying. Okay. So, I'm going to... It's all the number one thing that I end up, like, triple checking every time when I play this, and Red Rains, is all the attack behaviors. So it's like, if I attack that unit, she will roll to maybe guard for it. If I attack her, is there any chance that she defends with that unit? So let's see. No, it only uses those shield icons. Will not declare non-shield aspects as blockers unless forced to by a card's effect. Okay, so I could sail right past that. Okay, yeah, I don't really have a... I mean, I think I want to play a Skybreak Captain. Oh! Oh, this works great, actually. Haha. Forgot about this. Okay, awesome. I will. Main action, play a Skybreak Captain. This costs me 3 dice. It's pricey. But it has Uplift. When this unit comes into play, place an astral die from your exhausted pile onto it, or exhausted pool onto it. So that's going to prevent damage from it. So if Seer attacks it for 3, it can just counter kill Seer and not die, because that prevents the damage. Hell yeah. That's amazing. Okay. Then for my side action, I don't have any side actions I want to do. I don't think. I could put a die on... I could like use the power effect of these dice to put one on Stellar Oracle to protect it a little bit. It's mainly protecting it against like her status ability, and I'm not sure she's using it this round before that clears. But what else am I using that die for? I don't think I have a plan for that die, because I only need 1 to summon a Frost Talon. So I guess I'll do it. I guess I'll put that there just as a shield on the Stellar Oracle, just in case it's a worst case scenario kind of thing. All right, I'll pass the turn back to her. Seer will spend a token to deal 1 damage to my Phoenixborn, and that will ping off my Astral die. Okay, and then she is going to... Oh, she's not rolling a behavior because she doesn't have any unrevealed aspects. Instead, she's just going to attack. So she'll attack with Seer. It attacks my rightmost unit, so it's attacking Skybreak Captain. 3 attack is going to ping off its shield and deal 2. It has 3 life, though, and recover 2, so that actually might have worked incredibly well. And then I'll exhaust this to counter and just kill the Seer in return. Clear it from the table, do 2 blood damage. That's going to put her at 6 damage on her. And keep my unit alive. That went incredibly well. All right, the turn is back to me, and she's done for the round. So I am going to summon a Frost Talon as a main action using my last die. That is this Owl. It's a 1/1 with Stalk. This unit cannot be guarded against. I pass the turn, she passes it back. I'll go ahead and just attack her with the Frost Talon. So that's going to deal 1 damage to her. Pass turn, she passes it back. Oops, I should have exhausted my summon Frost Talon. I can also use my Whirlwind as a main action. Lower 2 dice in target opponent's active pool by 1 level. If your Phoenixborn has an Astral die on it, draw 1 card. I'm not drawing that card. That's fine. I'm about to refill. But I can lower that back to basic. Just stop her from using her status ability. Honestly, I thought that the Artifice deck was going to be the better of the 2 decks, but this is going incredibly smoothly. I might have misjudged that entirely. Damn. Okay. So with that, we're both done. We're going to go to the recovery phase. We'll recover. Stellar Oracle doesn't recover, but Skybreak Captain recovers too. So back to clean bill of health. Remove exhaustions. And exhaust all my dice. Okay, then we go past first player to her. And she starts with the dragon phase. She does something called cleanse, where any cards that I had on her side of the board would be cleared, would be discarded. So if I was attaching negative effects to any of her aspects, anything like that. She gains status for each aspect she had remaining on the table from last round. That's none. She replenishes aspects, so her threat is 4. She's going to deal out 4 more. 1 blood to start, but then 3 2 bloods. So that's a little scary. And then progress. Progress? Sure, progress. Ooh, okay. This is gonna wipe some of me out. So she does the bottom part of this ready spell and then moves on to the next ready spell in her deck. So this one is deal 1 damage to all opposing players' units. So that's going to knock out my Stellar Oracle and my Frost Talon and put 1 wound on my Skybreak Captain. That was a painful one. That set me back quite a bit. Yeah, that's not great. Okay. Then I'm going to roll my dice. A nice spread. Couple powers there. Yeah, I'm not mad at that roll. And I'm not going to do anything. She advances the next ready spell, and it is her turn. So she doesn't have any status to spend. She's going to roll a behavior die. Basically, again, attack if able, if not reveal. That has been some good luck rolling those. Radiant Flash, it bumps one of my power dice down 2 levels. That's annoying. I forgot to fill up my hand. Not that I could have done anything with it because I haven't had a turn yet, but minor detail. Okay. Very annoying. And then, yeah, that bumped my power die down to basic. That's a 2/1/1, so I should be able to deal with it pretty easily. Maybe I just want to do it again with Aaron Frostpeak. Let's see what I have in hand. Gust Spear, an alteration that lowers 2 dice in the opponent's active pool 1 level and gives a unit attack +1. That's not 2 copies of that. It's not very exciting right now. Dodge, which lets me play a spell after the opponent declares attackers. Place an astral die onto that unit, and it doesn't clear when it gets used this turn. So that would prevent a damage now and a damage later, which is fairly exciting. A Javelineer, a 1/1/1 with Frost Throw, main action to deal damage to a target unit an opponent controls equal to this unit's attack value. So that's another way to... Oh, that's interesting, because that goes good with the Gust Spear. Hey, how about that? The Javelineer is good with spears. Synergy. And a Skybreak Captain again. So Javelineer would be nice to have sort of in the middle, where it's not my leftmost or rightmost unit. So maybe I'll start by playing that as a main action. Yeah. That cost me my power die. I might need to meditate some more and get some more of those, but for now... that's fine. So that was my main action. And as my side action, I think I'll go ahead and use Aaron Frostpeak again. So side action, exhaust him. Use a Moon to deal 1 damage to target unit and opponent controls. I'll take out the Radiant Flash with this. Anytime you can just use his side action ability to take out a unit and put a die on him that acts as a shield, it's really damn good. His ability is nuts. Okay, so that was my side. Her turn. She will roll a die. Basic again. she'll just reveal Bird Hunter. It's a 3/3/2 with Overkill 1, so if it defeats my units, it deals an extra damage to me. Okay. Funny thing is, like, if I can get 2 Gust Spears on my Javelineer, then it can just kill that thing. I don't know how I feel about my Skybreak Captain potentially. Oh, Bird Hunter's gonna try to attack my face if it attacks. It goes directly for me. That's actually, I've taken no damage yet, and I have a shield on me. I might just let that happen and let it exhaust itself if it decides to attack. Okay, so I'm just gonna build my board up more. I am going to meditate. Let's meditate for 3 cards. Oof. I just want some power dice. All right. Was that Aerial Strike? Damn, the card that deals 4 damage to target unit milled one of those, so that's a shame. But I'm gonna get 3 powers. Elmi. Then that was my side action. Okay, so then I'm going to play another Skybreak Captain, kind of on the right flank. And right? Or do I want to summon another unit? No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, okay, so that cost me 3 dice. And it has uplift when this comes into play. Place an astral die on it. So it has a damage shield. Okay. It also has aerial command as a side action. If this unit has an astral die on it, increase the value of the attack value of another unit you control by 1 for the remainder of the turn. So that's another good synergy with the Javelineer. Costs nothing, doesn't even exhaust the Skybreak Captain. It just is a side action. And the wrinkle is, like, if I attack with it, then it's exhausted, and then they don't have, in this game, when something's exhausted, it doesn't have access to any of its text. So I can only do that while it's unexhausted. I've got to kind of juggle timing. But for now, I think this is going well. Okay, rolling a behavior die for Skatha. The Crown. Activate her Ready spell. Her Ready spell is now deal 1 damage to the opposing player's choice of their rightmost unit or Phoenixborn. I think I have a shield on my Phoenixborn. I will gladly just take the damage there and keep my Skybreak Captain as safe as possible. And then reveal. So she reveals another Bird Hunter, another 3/3/2 with Overkill 1. Okay, back to me. I wish this Bird Hunter had attacked, honestly. So let's just get, I'm gonna attach since it seems to be in a pretty safe position here, I'll attack a Gust Spear to this Javelineer. I'm working towards it doing the Frost Throw and just taking one of these out. Yeah, that's gonna be actually kind of insane. It's gonna be really good. Gust Spear also says, when attaching this spell, lower 2 dice and target opponent's active pool 1 level. And that's just going to knock this back down to basic. I wonder if I can win this game without her using her ability a single time. So that was my side action to play that. And then I should just start, let's see. Is there anything else from hand that I want to play? Maybe Gust Spear, but okay. I'm good to spend some dice on Conjurations. So I'm going to summon a Frost Talon and then see if next turn I can get a Stellar Oracle to the right of it, or in the future before it gets attacked by something. So spend a moon, summon a Frost Talon, get my owl friend back out. And it is her turn. She will roll a Crown, which is activate the Ready spell, deal a damage to me or my rightmost unit. I don't want to trade my Frost Talon. They can take a wound. And then she's going to reveal Dragon Rage, a 4/3/2, with when this unit is declared as an attacker, place 1 status token on the Dragonborn. That's actually, I think, scarier than these Bird Hunters, so it works out well that I can take it out with my Javelineer this turn. Okay, I don't even have to invest a Gust Spear into this. I can just, as my side action, Have Skybreak Captain use Aerial Command 1. If this unit has an Astral die on it, increase the attack value of another unit you control by 1 for the remainder of the turn. So it's going to give 1 attack to the Javelineer, and then as my main action, I will Frost Throw. Deal damage to a target unit and opponent controls equal to this unit's attack value. So I'm going to take out Dragon Rage. 3 damage straight to it. That's going to do 2 blood, putting the boss at 10 wounds out of 30. This is going great. That was my side and main. Okay. Yeah, so like Skybreak Captain next turn could do that with the Frost Talon. That's so good. That's so good. Man, okay. It's her turn. She has no face down aspect, so she won't roll a die. It's just Bird Hunter is going to attack. It's trying to attack my face for 3. I could guard. I could guard with a Skybreak Captain, then I can't be buffing things with it anymore, but like... No, why don't I leave it up one more time, I think? And then... so I can get one more use out of it. I think that's probably what I want to do. All right, so Bird Hunter is going to attack my face, and I will just take that damage. Yeah, okay, so that's 3 damage to me. All right, I'm at 4 out of 15. I do have to stop doing that constantly, but I can live with that for now. My turn. Yeah, so do I want just this Skybreak Captain could buff the Frost Talon so it can attack her face, and then it can guard the Bird Hunter to clear out the Bird Hunter this round? Like, that all seems pretty solid. Yeah. Okay, so Frost Talon will attack after Skybreak Captain buffs its attack, so that is just going to be 2 damage straight to the boss's dome. It has no shield units, so it doesn't defend. Next, it's her turn. She attacks with the Bird Hunter. She's again coming for my face, but I think this time I will guard with Skybreak Captain. So that is going to exhaust it, deal its 3 damage back to the Bird Hunter, which will defeat the Bird Hunter. Bird Hunter is dealing 3 damage to it, but thanks to the Astral die on it, 1 is prevented. 2 wounds go on it, which it should recover in the recovery phase. I think that works great. And then 2 more damage to the boss from the blood value. Sick. Okay. She's done for the round. My turn. I haven't even attacked a unit, huh? Like, I haven't even had to roll behavior dice for her to guard much at all. This is actually incredibly... I'm realizing I forgot to exhaust summon Frost Talon. This is actually like bonkers good, this deck. I did not expect this. Reading the cards, I did not see how it added up to much, and now I see how it adds up to much. So the one situation I'm in is the Skybreak Captain. Oh wait, now it can attack the Bird Hunter and not take damage back. I was thinking it would trade and then not be here to soak up her progress ability, which is going to do 3 damage to my leftmost unit. But no, I can have it both ways. Bird Hunter's exhausted, it won't deal damage back, so Skybreak Captain, why don't you just attack it? 3 damage will take it out. Deal 2 blood to Skatha. That puts her at 16. And as a side, do I have a side action this turn? Not really. I don't think I care very much. Okay, I pass it to her. She has nothing. She passes back to me. I will summon a Stellar Oracle. My dragon friend. Pass the turn to her. She passes it back. Oh, when this comes into play, draw 2 cards, put a card from my hand on top of my draw pile. Oh, interesting. Retreat is kind of cool because it could get my Javelineer back. Well, okay. I'm just going to put a Whirlwind on top of my deck. And... no, I want to keep the Whirlwind. I'm going to put a card that I actually probably want next round on top of my deck, so that I'll draw that, but before I draw, I can discard the Whirlwind from my hand. I don't need a second copy of this. That's not doing anything for me against this Dragonborn. So, Okay, pass turn, take it back. Stellar Oracle will attack her face for 2, putting her at 18 out of 30 wounds. Can I next turn just fucking kill her? Probably. If not, then very close. That's insane. Okay. The last thing I'll do before I let the round end is Whirlwind, lower 2 dice in the Phoenixborn's active pool. So there we go. She has no progress towards her ability even. That's nuts. Okay. I will recover. That means Skybreak captains are going to recover. I will remove all this exhaustion. And I will exhaust all my dice. Oh, wait, that was a power. I can leave that there, that unspent one. I would just have to exhaust dice from my cards. Okay. Top of the round, the Dragon Phase, she cleanses. That's nothing. She gains status. That's nothing. She'll replenish aspects. That's a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 2. Not too scary. The progress spell goes off. Deal 3 damage to each opposing players, so me, leftmost unit. That's going to take out my Skybreak Captain. I don't think there's anything I can do about it, but I kept it alive carefully last round so that this wouldn't happen in my Javelineer, because I think this thing is insanely good. So, and it would be a 2-for-1, 2 cards there. So, yeah, that seems good. That seems fine. Prepare phase. By the way, first player, it flips back to me. This is a great dice roll. Lots of powers. I can discard a card. I'm going to discard a Whirlwind just to create some space in my hand and draw 3. Oh, I haven't even used, I think I've milled at least one. I haven't even used this Cirrus Ranger. 2 dice to summon it. It's a 2/2/1 with Aerial Ambush 1. When this comes into play, if your Phoenixborn has an Astral Die on it, deal 1 damage to the opposing Phoenixborn and lower 1 of their dice. All right, I will say the one thing when I was reading this deck, I was like, I don't know how much value lowering the dice has against at least this particular Dragonborn, compared to a player where there will always be dice to lower and they will constantly have to like meditate to get them back and you'll really slow them down. It's not felt very good against Dragonborn. That said, because I've done so much without even attacking units much. Oh, I did realize I did attack 1 unit at the end of there, and I didn't roll her behavior. So she, you know what? I can retcon this pretty easily, because if she guards, she takes 3, or she would take an extra point of damage, 3 instead of the 2 blood, and we'd leave it out there giving her a status. That's like not the end of the world. She does guard, rolling a basic face. Okay, so she actually would have taken 1 more wound, and that Bird Hunter would have stayed out because I didn't have anything else in mind to kill that. And then she would have gotten a status token. So at the start of her turn, she will deal a damage to my leftmost unit, which is annoying. That's the Javelineer, but I could either use it right away, or I could... Can I just win? I'll do the math on that. Basically, I get a turn before her. Maybe I just win. She's at 24. Oh, she takes 1 more wound. She's at 25. She was already at 24, right? And the reason she takes 1 more wound is because she guarded for this, taking the full 3 damage from my Skybreak Captain instead of the 2 damage from the blood value of the Bird Hunter that I thought I defeated. Okay, so only 5 damage. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. My very first main action of round 3, and this should have advanced. I just attack her for 1, 2, I can't buff this because this doesn't have an Astral Die on it, but still, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I even, as a side action, could have played a second Gust Spear to something to make it 9. I wrecked her. Totally didn't expect this. I really thought the Artifice deck was better, and it did not feel better. This felt better. I will say, this was my second time against this Dragonborn, meaning I was familiar with her cards, so I probably made some decisions with that in mind. Like, I knew that pinging those 1 life aspects was very strong, and like that I didn't need to like hold on to that ability in case something else came up because I was more familiar with what could come up. But that went very, very well. Cool. Well, yeah, so I'm going to record some videos to post on the channel in the near future playing through this. I think with both of these decks, I think I'll have to bump her difficulty up to heroic, give her that +1 threat, because I didn't suffer either time. I think I had in excess of 10 health left both games. Never left an aspect on the table other than when she guarded against that bird hunter, as I sort of cleaned up a rules mistake right at the end there. Super strong. That's super good. Wow. Okay. I'm going to take a very short break, probably like 1 minute, and then play some of that solo mode of Tokaido. So I'll be right back. And we're back. I haven't even cleared the table very much. I was up from the table on that break, so let me get all these. I really like, these are like light, clicky. They're not, they have that more, I don't think that they are Bakelite because they're clear, and I've never known Bakelite to be clear, but they have that Bakelite kind of clickiness instead of that like heavier plastic feel that like Team Covenant's tokens have, which I love Team Covenant's tokens also, but I really like these tokens that came through the crowdfunding. I assume they're available somewhere, whether they're from Team Covenant or Plaid Hat's website or what, I couldn't tell you. It's they're very nice. They're very nice. I'm happy with those. I was saying on the last stream, but like that's the one game upgrade that I am a sucker for. Is I love nice tokens. I don't need the playmats. I don't even need sleeves on a lot of board games. I'm not that anal about the quality of my games, but I do love nice tokens. Sorry, as I'm glancing at my phone, making sure I didn't miss any messages I should need. Cool. All right, so this Tokaido solo mode is basically Tokaido against some sort of Automa. I don't know how exciting it will be, but I figure it's good for outplay. Also, it's a review copy from Stonemaier Games, so I am quasi-obligated to do a video. Like, I'm not actually obligated, but it's sort of the implication of when you say yes to an email offering you review copies, right, that you will create some content with it. So that's the plan as well. I might also get some friends to the table and play a good old-fashioned game of Tokaido. I don't think we've played it on the channel, and there is this new edition to show off, so like that's all well and good, but Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it is. Whoa, dice going everywhere. All right, I'm going to put this game away kind of clumsily, I think, and then finish putting it away later. Oh, maybe it won't be too bad. Let's see. How much of these token upgrades and stuff can fit in this box? Oh, and I've sleeved the cards since I last put. Okay, we'll see how any of this fits in this box. I actually have the like Team Covenant, one of those like cardboard. What do they call them? I don't know. You can buy the fancy cardboard boxes that you fold yourself and then have like lanes for cards in them from Team Covenant. I have one of those that my Ashes collection is in, so surely these are gonna join that ultimately. But let's see if they fit in this box to get them off the table for now. Ready spells. So both times against Skatha is her name? Skatha. Both times I beat her on the third round. So I never saw her third ready spell go off, which is deal 3 damage to the opposing player's leftmost unit, add an aspect card to each of the Dragonsborn's battlefields. Oh, so essentially if you go past 3 rounds, she ups her threat by 1 functionally. That's cool. Okay, I like that design, but didn't need to encounter it. These decks seem strong. At least they seem strong against this particular adversary. And I don't really have a lot of perspective on like, was that easier than Red Rain's bosses are? Couldn't really tell you. And it's sort of a new, slightly tweaked game system even, which also makes that hard to gauge. Okay, let's see. We've got some odds and ends cards, and I'm just gonna, some reference cards and stuff, I'm just gonna stick back in this box. And then the dice are gonna mostly fill this space, huh? So, can the tokens fit too? Seems like yes, in a little bit of a tight squeeze. It'll work for now. Like I said, I will sort these into my collection at a later date. Boom. Oh no, missed a couple reference cards. Oh, and a couple of cards that I put the box on top of. Great, okay. Those can just tuck into Aaron's deck, which is down here. Oh no, this is where everything becomes a mess. All right, there we go, crisis averted. A couple more reference cards, and now we can put everything back in and close it. Boom. Ashes, still a good game, turns out. Oh, come on! There was another card under. All right, I'm putting this one away later. I'm not opening this box again. All right. Tokaido, why is Ryan sending me messages? Oh, it's dog pictures. Okay, gotta heart that. Want to see my dog? There's my dog. Just a very cute picture of him sitting on the back porch in what looks like maybe a little bit more rain. It's a rainy weekend in LA. It hasn't rained much today. It's kind of just drizzled, but if you look at the forecast, precipitation, where does it talk about like the inches of rain in the next 24 hours? Am I going crazy? Isn't it usually on my screen here? Chance of precipitation, yeah, next 24 hours, 4.95 inches of rain. That is an insane amount of rain in LA. That is going to flood the hell out of this city. I've made sure to go grocery shopping. I have everything I need for Christmas Eve and for Christmas dinner. Like, I am not leaving this house till Saturday, the way this storm is slated. Okay, so Tokaido, I have not played this copy. This is the new edition from Stonemaier Games. It has all new art. It also, and I was already an owner of Tokaido, but the box is a little bit, just a hair smaller this way, but a lot smaller this way. So since Tokaido is a game that I keep in my collection because it is light and quick and easy to teach and just sort of a classic, I don't actually tend to get it to the table much, but it's one of those games that I still just like to have. So having it in a smaller box, perfect. Love that. I will definitely be cycling out that old one. Here we go. So we've got the rule book and the solo mode, which, okay, look, it's only, because I'm going to be kind of reading it on stream, I'll be honest. So luckily it's only 3 pages long. Oh, and there's like a reference for it. Automa solo mode, what each Matsuri card does. Oh, so that's the different roles, right? So it has one of those, something like that. Figure that out. Okay, I do have to punch. You have to punch these tokens. So let's get to it. Tokaido's. I've had it for a long time. I think I've had Tokaido since like my game collection was, I don't know, 20 or 30 games, since it could fit on one Galax. Now I don't actually know how many games I have, and I don't think I want to know. I haven't really, I don't know, not because it's incalculable, but because like what good does it do me to know how many board games I have? I think it's just gonna make me look ridiculous. So I'm gonna punch these coins out, but I'm not gonna, they have holes in them. They have a square that you punch out from inside this coin. I'm not gonna do that now. I'm not gonna bore you with that. We're just gonna play with the coins not having their holes punched out, and it's gonna have to do for now. I'll punch them later. Okay, 1 punch board down. Probably don't even need this much money for a solo game. In a game that could be 5 players, I'm sure most of this money won't be needed, but might as well. There we go. All right, those are gone. On the floor, vaguely in the direction of the trash can. Oh, I do. I will go ahead and punch these out. You want those. This is where your player color goes. How can it not? Okay, so it's been a minute since I played Tokaido, but I'm pretty sure I remember the normal rules. The solo is what we all knew. Okay. So what does the solo mode say about setup? Follow the setup instructions for 3 players in the game's rulebook. Okay, so let me do that. Let's see. Got these. I'll just, that piece is trash. Make a little pile of coins to have over here. I guess I might as well just have them all there. Okay. So, setup. Place the game board on a flat surface. Check. How well does it fit on camera? That's going to be a question because it's an odd-shaped board. It's a long board. But I think probably it'll fit okay. Since I wasn't using up all the camera space for Ashes. Ooh, that bright white board, sure. How does that play on? I know this is weird, but I'm like leaning in to get a better look. All right. It's a little washed out on camera, especially because things like the scoring track here are also printed faintly. They're like in pastel colors, but I guess it'll do. It'll have to do. I don't think I'm gonna mess with color balance or anything midstream, at least not with this being decently usable. Okay, we've got several decks of cards, a reference card should I want it, more cards, and player color tokens. And these are, I think these are for the Automa, so probably gonna need those. All right, place the achievement cards face up next to the board. That's the yellow backed ones. Which of these baggies has, I think I see them here. Okay. All right, these are the achievement cards. The person who travels to the most hot springs gets 3 points. Person who has the highest sum of coins buys the most expensive meals, basically. Whoever has the most souvenirs, and whoever encounters the most travelers gets 3 points. So those are all set up there. Shuffle the souvenir cards with the black back. Where are my souvenirs? Am I going crazy? I don't see the souvenir cards. Here they are, okay. There's a lot of Ziploc bags involved in this. I'm just gonna put them up out of frame. Neither of us knows they're there. Okay, we've got our souvenirs. Yeah, they have different prices and different categories, so they need a shuffle. Make a face down pile. Oh, it just goes on the board, okay. That's weird that they have spaces for all the other decks, but not the achievement decks. I guess you don't really need them till after the game, so they're a little different. Okay. Hot Springs cards, which are not these. What are the blue backs again? The first traveler to complete. Oh yeah, they're bonuses to whoever completes the panoramas. Okay, I'll set those over here also. Speaking of the panoramas, I see them here. We've got spots for each of these. There we go. They're the previous edition of this, at least the one that I had, was they were more papery. They were like kind of a thinner cardboard, not the same stock as the cards. These still have like, they don't have rounded corners. They're pointy, but they are card stock. They do feel like the cards do otherwise. I like that better. That feels better. Okay, shuffle the meal cards and the encounter cards. Yep, we're gonna need meals. Boom. One more. Okay, there's meal cards. Oh, I see the baggie over here with the hot springs and encounters. So we're gonna shuffle both of those, and then I think we'll finally be done shuffling decks. Hot springs decks, do they still? Yep, it's just 2 points or 3 points if you saw monkeys. That tracks with hot spring experiences. Kyle, regular on the show, drove up through Santa Barbara a few weeks ago, Santa Barbara, California, and discovered a hot spring there. I had no idea Santa Barbara had hot springs. He went up, it was like a hike, he had to park his car, hike to it, and then just like hung out with strangers chilling in these hot springs. It sounded great. I'm gonna have to drive up there and check it out. It's like a hour-and-a-half drive from me to Santa Barbara, so definitely doable. Worth it to see whether those hot springs have monkeys. Okay, the encounters are shuffled. Sort the panorama cards by types. All right. Okay, each player selects a traveler piece. I generally play as the player color that is closest to my current hair color, which is pink. Grown out pink, but still. So I guess I will be purple. So I am going to take the purple traveler, put it here. I'll take the purple score marker. I guess I start at 0 points. And I will, oh yeah, I'm gonna choose a traveler. Oh, that's right, these Matsuri cards, these are for an expansion. I think that this is to make the expansion to Tokaido, which I've never had, work with the solo mode. It like defines those cards, so I think I don't need that at all. Let's get rid of that. Okay, I'm just going to take a traveler at random, and it's gonna be, oh, looks like it's that one. Okay, Sasayako. So these actually, I don't think the old edition had this, but the text of the ability is on the back if the symbols are not clear. So, in the shop, if Sasayako purchases at least 2 souvenir cards, the cheapest souvenir is free. If she purchases at least 2, oh, meaning, okay, yeah, so I see it here. So it's like buy one, get one free. That's cool. That's very cool. It seems good. All right, I will put my player color into there. Sweet. Okay, take 2 traveler tiles at random, choose one. Oh, I just chose 1 at random. Place your color in it. Gain coins equal to the number in the upper right corner. I start with 5 coins. Place all the traveler pieces in a line randomly at the inn. Okay, so let's see what's different for solo setup. I've set up my own player. Follow the procedure below for each automa. Choose a color and place the corresponding traveler piece. Okay, let's make them green and yellow. That's just kind of arbitrary. I would choose gray because gray feels robotic, but I also don't think gray would play as well on camera as the brighter colors, so that's what we're gonna do. Set aside a space for coins and cards as shown in the setup diagram to the right. Oh, there's a lot going on here. Okay, so here's the setup diagram. It wants 6 columns of cards, and then achievements and meals, and a space for money. Okay. So for each automa, they need that space. Wow, all right, well, let's see. So I'm gonna have my stuff to the left of the board so that I can slide the board down a little bit, use this space for that. I think I have, because the cards are small, so I think I have room for like 2 sections of 6 columns of cards. Okay. Place her color token, so let's see, for each automa. Choose a color, place a traveler piece, and colored marker as usual. Set aside space for coins and cards, so basically just make sure there's space on the table. Place their color token and 1 coin into their play area. She immediately scores 1 point for the coin. Okay, congratulations. Each automa has scored 1 point. Oops, those are my coins. So they're both at 1. Okay. They don't have travelers. All right, so they're not going to have special abilities. General rules. In this solo mode, you play against 2 automas who take the place of human players. Oh, finally, sorry. You can change the okay, I'm gonna play on the default difficulty, so I'm gonna ignore that. Shuffle the automa cards, form a face down automa deck. Oh, these are difficulty. The purples are difficulty level cards? Okay, I think I don't use those, and then they say 16 green-backed automa cards. I think the purple cards must tweak the difficulty level of the game in some way, so I'm going to ignore those. I'm not going to read that section on page 4, but we will shuffle this automa deck, leave space next to it for a discard pile. Sure. Okay, so in each automa play area, let's straighten that. In each automa play area, space is reserved with a column for coins. So like that's their coin column. And then 3 columns for the panoramas and 1 for shop, encounter, and hot spring. So that's the 6 columns there's room for. There should also be space below for meal and achievement cards. Okay. All right, and then I've got the automa deck there. An automa's collection and ranks. Meal and achievement cards are placed face up in rows as shown in the play area diagram. The remaining card types and coins are collectively referred to as items and are organized in face down columns as shown in the setup diagram. Okay, and we can see it here. So they're collecting cards, but they're placing them face down. For spaces associated with items, the rank of each type of, let's see. Oh, I skipped ahead a little bit. If an automa receives an item of a type she already has, I dropped the instructions, just moving that. Place it as the topmost item of the corresponding column. Okay, and so you see the diagram. So they're like starting at the bottom and kind of counting up in a column. If she receives an item of a type of which she has none, place it at the bottom of the leftmost empty column. She's eligible for achievements as normal, but she continues receiving panorama cards even after the 3 or 4 or 5 section limit. To determine where to move the automa's travelers, each type of space is ranked. For spaces associated with items, so I guess that's like one of the items is encounter cards, so the encounter space. Sure, that makes sense. The rank of each type of space is the number of items she has of the associated type, which can be 0. Temple and inn spaces have a lower rank than all these others, except during turns where one of these icons was showing the temple or the inn with a up arrow, except when they're on the current automa card, and then they have a higher rank than all other spaces. Okay, example, an automa's collection with the ranks of spaces. All item types not shown have 0. All right, automa turns. Once the automa's turn, follow this procedure. Draw an automa card, place it face up on top of the automa discard pile. So you do this for each automa's turn. Got it. Okay, so there's an example. It just shows three, I used the right word, 3 range. Determine her range. This shows the maximum number of unoccupied spaces they're willing to move. Occupied spaces are ignored. Move the Automa's traveler to the space within range that has the highest rank. And so highest rank would mean the thing that they already have the most of. Interesting. So they kind of specialize. Okay. Resolve the benefit of the space. A temple, she places 2 coins from the reserve on her temple area and scores 2 points. I'm guessing that means the coins are her temple area. An inn, she doesn't buy a meal until all 3 travelers have arrived, and then they talk about that on page 4. All other spaces, she receives 1 item corresponding to the space. So for farms, she receives 1 coin, not 3. Instead of the normal benefit, she scores 1 point per item she now has of that type. Oh, you score 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. No wonder they specialize, because that's how they get bigger whacks of points. Okay. This is a big example. I'm going to refer to this if I need it, but I think I'm following so far. Your turns. You play your turns as normal, with the exception that meal cards are not revealed until all players have arrived at an inn. At inns, meals are revealed, purchased, and scored after all travelers have arrived at an inn. When that happens, at intermediate inns, oh, so the ones that are not the end of the game? Okay. Shuffle all Automa cards to form a new deck. Draw 4 meal cards and keep them in the order drawn. Purchase meals in the order of arrival. Give each Automa the cheapest available option. They can have multiple meals of the same type. The Automas do not pay, and they score 6 points as usual. End of the journey. The end of the journey procedure is handled as normal, except that for the collector achievement, each souvenir card an Automa has counts as 2. Okay, I'm not going to change the difficulty level. We'll play on basic, variants, expansions, promos. Okay, that's it. That's a solo mode. All right, that seems straightforward. So it's it'll be interesting. I'm gonna have to just figure out as I go how much I'm actually, whether they're just sort of generating a score that I have to beat, or whether my interaction with them feels meaningful. I'm not sure. We will see. And let me refresh my memory a little bit on a couple things from Tokaido. Specifically, I was thinking about how much scoring am I doing live versus at the end of the game. I think you're mostly scoring live, right? Like, let's see. Yeah, like you earn points for souvenirs at the time you add them to your collection. Farm gives you coins. Panoramas immediately score points. Hot Springs immediately score points. Temple donations immediately score points. Oh, they do have a temple space. I was thinking that the coins were a temple space, so that's not right. There, okay. So you can donate to the temple, and there's points at the end for who has donated the most. That's not going to change anything. Encounters. Yep. Okay. I should probably keep this just in case I have any questions about the encounters. All right. All right. I think I'm ready. Okay. We do have to randomize the turn order. Whoa, I'm dropping rule books left and right. Okay, so the one that's going to get placed first, meaning departing last, is going to be green. Then purple, that's me, and yellow. So yellow's gonna go first. Okay. So let me shuffle the Automa deck back up. All right, so for yellow's turn, has a range of 1. So it's only willing to move 1 space. It really doesn't matter what its ranks are. It's just going to go shopping and take a souvenir. So, let me mark, let's see. So this is yellow, this is green. All right, so takes a souvenir. That counts as 2 souvenirs for the achievement we covered, right? But it's basically, and then it scores 1 point because they now have 1 souvenir. So there we go. All right, I'm next. I like shopping. I would have gladly gone shopping had it not taken my space. So do I want to donate to the temple already? I don't really think so. I think I want an encounter. I'm going to go here, see what I get. The encounter space, so yeah, I'm having to double check things a little bit. It's just draw 1, right? It's not like draw 2, pick 1. Yeah, just draw 1. Okay, so I'm getting Anaibito, gain a C panorama card. Okay, I'm gonna just put my stuff down here. Okay, I score 1 point for painting part 1 of the C panorama. And that's it. I'll just bottom that. Okay, green player goes up to 3 range, prioritizing the inn, but can't reach the inn. So 1, 2, 3. This is the farm, right? The green is... No, the farm is yellow. Okay. So what happens if they don't... Like, all 3 of these are rank 0? How does it decide in that case? Let's see. Fewest spaces in case of ties. That makes sense, because it's always... You're going to get more turns if you move less spaces. Okay, so she is just going to move to the temple. And when they land on the temple, that was a little different from other spaces. Let's see. Oh, they have a lower rank than all other spaces, except when one of them is on there. So never mind. It would skip that and go paint panorama. I believe that's correct. So she takes panorama, scores a point for having one. Okay. Next up is yellow. Yellow's only going to move 1 space. It's going to go to the temple. So now I have to see what happens when they land on the temple. Was it just put 2 coins from the reserve in there? And where does it talk about temples? Resolve the benefit of the space. Place 2 coins from the reserve and she scores 2 points. Okay. This is going to be hotly contested temple space already, it seems like. Okay, she scores 2 points. She goes again. She's still last. Okay, 2 spaces prioritizing temples. She can't, so she's just going to go the fewest spaces and go to a hot spring, it looks like. So she'll go here, take a hot spring card. She has 1 of them. She'll score 1 point. Okay, it's me. I want to go shopping, but do I want it enough to skip that many spaces ahead? I think I'd rather go to the farm and get money and just be ready for lots of shopping in the future. So I'm going to go here, take 3 coins. Puts me at 8 coins. That's a lot of money. Okay. Next is the green Automa. It's a range of 1, so it's going to go paint the mountain. Score 1 point. Next is yellow Automa. Up to 3 spaces prioritizing temples. It can go to a temple. Jeez. Okay, yellow's running away with temple points. That's 2 more coins from the reserve in the temple. 2 more points for her. Yeesh. Okay. Next is green. 2 spaces prioritizing the inn. You can't get to the inn. So for green, it doesn't have a souvenir or an encounter, so it's just going to go to the closest one. Souvenir, take 1, score 1 point. I'm up next. I could get another encounter. I could paint the next part of my sea panorama, which seems pretty good. Oops, I should have it this way, huh? So we can all see it. I could have an encounter, paint sea panorama. I don't think I want to do either of the other things. I think let's see if I can knock out that sea panorama. I like the encounter. The encounter could be anything. It could even be a sea panorama. All right, I'm going to actually go to the encounter. Let's see what we've done. Shokunin, draw a souvenir card and add it to your collection. Okay, that's kind of my specialty. I got the fan suit, so I score 1 point for that. Okay, next is green. Green's gonna move 1 space. She'll paint the sea panorama for, let's create a little bit more room for them here. That's gonna be worth 1 point. Let me me turn these, yeah, there we go. These look a little bit cleaner this way, I think. So 1 point for green. Next is yellow. 2 spaces prioritizing inns, can't quite get there, but she has been to a hot spring, so she'll prioritize that. Take a hot spring card, and that's worth 2 points for her. And then it's me. Do I go to the inn first, or do I paint a mountain? So let me refresh myself on how the inns work, but I don't care about the order. Purchase meals in order of arrival. So it is still worth it to me to get there early. But that said, I have plenty of money. I think I'll drag my feet, and then I can leave first, you know? So I'll go paint a mountain panorama. That's 1 point. Green, I think there's no reason to draw the Automa card because it's going to arrive here. Oh, I actually guess it's going to still get their second. Okay. I'll get their second. Yellow gets their third. We're going to reset the Automa deck and then do our food. Okay, this is fast. I think that this will be a 30-minute game at the rate that this is going. Maybe even faster when you're not checking any rules as you go. I did not do any souvenir shopping yet. That's a problem for my character. She's trying to get her points. Trying to get her points collecting. The next section only has 1 shop too, so not ideal. Okay, we're gonna do food. Purchase in order of arrival. That means green is going to take the cheapest one. It doesn't really care what it is, and it scores 6 points. So green is going to go from 5 to 11. Then I can buy this one that only costs 1 coin, the Nigiri Meshi. Take my 6 points, putting me from 3 to 9. And then yellow will buy tempura. And that's, oops, worth 6 points for her. Boy, she's running away with it. 9 to 15. Okay, let's see if she's not getting bought. All right, then in reverse order that we got here, yellow's gonna leave. Moving 2 spaces, prioritizing. Oh, they deprioritize the temple, so she's gonna go paint the sea. That's her first point for that. Then I can go. I think I want to go to the temple. Yeah. Let's at least try to get second place in the temple, I think. So I'm going to go to the temple. I will donate I'll donate 3 coins. That way if green goes to a temple, I'm still in the lead. So I'll just go ahead and dump 3 into it, scoring 3 points. And now I'm down to 4 money. Now I need more money already. All right, it's fine. Green only moves 1 space. Gonna go to the farm. They get 1 coin, but then they score 2 points. Next is yellow. 2 spaces prioritizing temples. Can't reach a temple. Then yellow doesn't have either the farm panorama or the paddy panorama or the mountain panorama. So she'll go get paddy. Score 1 point for it. I go. Well, I've started the mountain panorama, so second one seems good. I don't want to go to the temple. Encounters have been pretty meh for me. All right, I'm just going to go to the mountain, paint the second piece of the mountain panorama, scoring myself 2 points. Suck it, green. And green is next. Green moves 2 spaces prioritizing inns. Can't reach the inn. So, and it deprioritizes the temple. Okay, so it definitely goes to the encounter. Green will take its first encounter card, score 1 point. Yellow does prioritize the temple. So she's going to go to the temple again, putting 2 coins there, scoring 2 points. But I don't think I'm going to try to keep up with her on the temple, so I'm not mad about that. And then it's me. I don't find hot springs interesting because I don't think I'm going to win the achievement since she already has 2. and they're just worth flat 2 or 3 points. So I'm going to skip that. I could paint more mountain, or I could go shopping. Let's just paint more mountain. Hopefully I get to go shopping too. So this is the third part of the mountain panorama. 3 points for me. 1, 2, 3. Green will go 2 spaces. Hot spring or sea panorama. It's going to be sea panorama. And it's going to take a second one and score 2 points. Yellow is going to move 3 spaces. It's going to prioritize hot springs. So 3 points for that. Jeez, and it goes again. 1 space. Fuck, it's going to go shopping. All right, 2 points for your souvenirs, and you blocked me out. Damn. All right. Well, I could go to the inn first, but I think I'll go to the farm. Take 3 money. And let them arrive first. So green will get there, and then yellow, and then purple. Whew. Ashes was going better than Tokaido is. Jeez, okay. Well, I was going to say I'm in 3rd place. It just feels like I'm doing bad. I am in 2nd place, but I'm distant behind 1st place. And if yellow keeps getting hot springs, she's going to keep racking up a lot of points. So this is where I'm starting to see that I might consider going to hot springs to block yellow from scoring 4 then 5 points for hitting those. So you do have to consider where they are sometimes. Okay, deck shuffled. We're doing food. 1, 2, 3, 4. Green is going to purchase first. Well, the cheapest thing I wouldn't have been able to buy anyway because it's Nigiri Mishi, so it'll take that 6 points, 16 to 22. Yellow goes next. Yellow's just going to buy one of the 2s. It already has tempura, so just to be realistic, I'll give it tofu. It's going to give her 6 points. And that leaves me spending 2 coins on tempura for my 6 points. Okay. And I'm going first. I think I have to shop, right? I have to shop. And yeah, and I don't care about the patty. Yeah, I'm gonna shop. I'm gonna jump there and look at souvenirs. So I need a quick refresher. I'm looking at how many souvenirs? 4? 3 souvenir cards. Okay. So I'd like to kind of keep completing my set of different suits here. I have Daifuku, 2 coins for a food. Yukio, 3 coins though, man. That might be too rich for my blood. Oh wait, but if I buy one, I get a cheaper one for free with my ability. Okay. So I'm gonna forget the fan and I'm gonna buy these 2. So I'm gonna pay 3 for the art, the Yukio. And then that's gonna score me 3 points when I obtain it. So 1, 2, 3. And then I get the Daifuku for free, and that's gonna score me 5 points when I obtain it. So it puts me at 31. I'm actually in the lead now. Yeah, going there was definitely the right call. Okay, yellow is next. Yellow's gonna move 2 range. Prioritizing of these options, it hasn't done any encounters, so it's gonna go for the patty panorama, scoring 2 points for that. It takes the lead back. Green will go 1 space, so it's gonna do the encounter, scoring 2 points. Yellow goes again. 2 spaces. It can go to the farm or the mountain. It's going to prioritize the farm because it doesn't have any mountain. So it'll go here, take a coin, and score 2 points. And finally, it's me again. I think I have to block the hot spring, right? The risk is too high of yellow going to the hot spring, even though green could. No, green would never. Well, the only way green would is if I'm here painting a mountain, which would be the better choice for me. Then green would only go there if it gets a 1. Any further, and it would prioritize anything over that. I don't think I can risk it. I think I have to go to the hot spring. I'm very annoyed about it. but at least I score 3 points. Tying the game back up. Okay, green goes next. Yeah, it wouldn't have paid off if I had gambled on it. 2 spaces, prioritizing temple, but it can't. It is gonna go paint the ocean, because that's what it's the highest rank in. So 3 points for green. Yellow goes next. 2 spaces, prioritizing the inn. It has the most, let's see, of the 2 options, it has the most paddy paintings. So it's gonna go here, take its third, score 3 points, and then frustratingly, well, maybe it's not that frustrating because it's not like I was making any progress on it, but it's going to take the achievement because it has 3. So first traveler to complete 3 sections of the Paddy Panorama gains his achievement and scores 3 points. That's going to happen. 3 more points for yellow. Yeesh. I hate it. Okay, it's my turn. I don't think I care to go back to the temple. So probably the farm? I need money. I'm down to 2. Let's do it. I'll go here and take 3 coins. Then green will go. 2 spaces prioritizing the inn. It can't quite get there. And deprioritizes the temple, so it's going to go take the encounter. That's good for it. That's its third one. 3 points. Then yellow goes. 3 spaces. But it deprioritizes the temple. Damn it, it's taking shopping. And that's 3 points for it. That's pretty good. Woof. Okay, I have no choice but to go to the inn first. Green second, yellow third. We're in the final stretch. Man, is streaming... How do people stream for hours on end? My voice is feeling this. I'm, what, an hour and a half into this? And my throat is... Oh, as I hit my mic. My throat is, like, really feeling this. I do not know how people do it. Okay. Whoa. Oh, I'm making a mess. All right. Yeah, because I probably want to come back out to this. Like, I'm going to... It's, what, 6 o'clock? I'll call it a stream after this Tokaido game, have some dinner, and then I think I want to record some videos of this in Ashes. But will I have the voice and energy for it? TBD. Okay. Automata deck reset. Let's do our food. I am going first, which is great because I can spend 1 coin on this miso shiro for my 6 points, putting me at 40. Green is then going to take, it doesn't really matter which one since I've already bought, go to 36. Yellow takes 1, goes to 49. I'm in a distant second. Okay, yellow goes first. 2 spaces, prioritizing the temple. I love that because it gets her 2 points, but I don't really care if she's donating to the temple. Next is green. 3 spaces. Green doesn't care about hot springs, does care about encounters. So he's going to go grab his 4th encounter, score 4 points. Tied back up for last place. And then I'm going, I no longer have to block the hot spring, so I definitely want to take shopping. All right, let's complete this set. I have 4 coins, so not a lot, but great. I got a shirt, and then I can take the fan for free. Or do I want to buy more art, Sumi, and take the shirt for free? I don't know if I'm going to get to shop again, and it's only worth spending the money on this if I'm going to shop again, so to leave me cheaper options later. I think I just spend the 2 and get the 1 free. So Kanzashi, I will spend 2 coins on. That's going to complete a set of all 4 types of souvenir. So that's 7 points. Puts me from 40 to 47. And then the washi I get free. It starts a new set, and that's worth 1 point. Okay, yellow's gonna go. 3 spaces. She wants to go equally to Paddy art, but can't to a hot spring. Oh, and can or shopping. Luckily, I took that. Okay, well, at least she's moving a lot of spaces ahead to this hot spring. Taking that for 4 points. She doesn't go for a while. Green does go. 3 spaces prioritizing temple. Ah, I wish there was a temple you could go to because I wouldn't mind that at all. Instead, green is going to take their 4th piece of the sea panorama for 4 points. And then I'm going to go, I think I just go to the farm because I don't get to go again before yellow does. Get more money and then try to go nuts with souvenirs. Yeah, 3 more money. Green goes next. 1 space. We'll go have an encounter. That is its 5th encounter for 5 points. Jeez. Okay, I get to go. And what do I want to do? I can't complete my mountain panorama. Oh, yes, I can. It's right here. What am I thinking? Yeah, that's the clear thing, right? Go here, take the 4th and final piece of the mountain panorama. So that's worth 4 points. And I'm the first to complete it for another 3 points. Ties me with yellow at the moment. You'd love to see it. But yellow's got points coming over me for how much she's donated to the temple. And I'm not passing that up. So I'm still at a 3-point deficit. And it's yellow's turn. Yellow's 2 spaces, prioritizing the inn. Yellow would rather go to the Patty panorama. Take her 4th one for 4 points. Ow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Green. 2 spaces prioritizing temple. It can't. Oh no, it wants to go shopping. No, wait, green. Great, it wants, oh geez, well, good news and bad news. It wants to go to the sea panorama so I can go shopping, but it does take its 5th one of those, so it's 5 points and completes the achievement. Puts it at 54, gives it the 3-point achievement. It surpasses me. But I can go shopping. All right, a lot rides on this. I have 5 coins. I probably want to save at least 2 for the inn. What am I going to draw here? Okay, well, Netsuke, Jubako, and Yukata. All right, in the new set I'm working on, I want a shirt and I want art. I don't think that spending 2 coins on this one and risking not being able to eat is worth it for the 1 point that one would be starting another new set. So I'll buy these 2. I'll pay for one, get the other one free. It doesn't have to be cheaper, right? The cheapest souvenir is free. Okay, so one of these is free. And they are going to be adding to my set being 3 points and then 5 points for 8 total, putting me at 63. I gotta say, like, the balance of this feels good. It's very neck and neck in a way that, well, I was gonna say it impresses me, the solo design. It also might indicate how much Tokaido has really like a pretty narrow range between playing great and playing poorly, how your scores are gonna be very similar, I think. It's not a high skill ceiling game. That's what I'm saying. So dumb robots can, like, I guess they're using a completely different scoring system, but still, it doesn't really surprise me that it's close. And with that, the game's going to end here with yellow arriving at the end first, then green, then me purple. So I'm going to be stuck with the last 2 food options, but since I have 3 coins, I should be okay. So yellow will eat the cheapest thing, the dango, for 6 points, putting it at 65. Green will eat some tofu, putting it at 63. And then I can buy the yakitori. I haven't had that yet. That's 2 coins. Gives me my 6 points. Sweet. Currently I'm leading. Okay, but we have endgame scoring, which I believe now is just achievements and the temple. I'm going to double check this. End of the journey. Award the achievement cards, Gourmet, Collector, Bather, Chatterbox, and Temple. Yep, okay. So, I'm actually not feeling good about this because I think I'm not getting the souvenir achievement. Oh, let's play this out. Chatterbox. Traveler who has the most encounter cards. That is definitely green, so that is 3 points to green, which passes yellow. Gourmet. Traveler who has the highest sum of coins on their meal cards. That's actually going to be 5 for green, 7 for yellow, and 6 for me. Oh man, maybe I should have gone for the more expensive one. Well, all right, that's gonna go to yellow. I might have misplayed there. 1, 2, 3. Collector, the most souvenir cards, with souvenirs for them counting as 2. So yellow has 6 to my 7. Okay, I take this one for 3 points. And the Bather, most hot springs, that's yellow. And then here's the brutal part. I'm in the lead by 1 point, but yellow scores 10 points for the temple donations, going to 81. I only score 7, going to 79. Green scores 0, so green's a distant third. I lost by 2. That was fun. Like, this is just really simple. It's probably not a game I'm going to like jam a lot of games, but I'm happy I tried it, and I'll probably record a video of it and at least play it those 2 times and have fun with it. Super cool. I enjoyed it. I think I mentioned this, but this was a review copy from Stonemaier, so just to disclose that. Thank you to Stonemaier for providing this. They also sent me Origin Story, which I'm eager to try. I don't know when I'll get a chance to. It is a sort of whimsical trick-taking game where like what you are doing is like writing the backstory of a character. It like is the theme of what's happening in the game is you're like creating a character through this trick-taking game. That's about all I know about it. I'm eager to try it. Trick-taking games don't often make good YouTube content because you can't talk about your hand or your strategy, and you can't show, and there's not much to see on the table, so that doesn't leave much happening for people to watch. So we'll see whether that one has a little bit more to chew on as far as being decent YouTube content. But either way, I'm looking forward to trying it out. All right, I think I'm gonna call that a stream. Like I said, my voice could use the break. So if the chat's been sleepy, which is fine. If you've been here watching, thank you. Love to have you here. If you're watching this in the archive, also really appreciate it. One last call to hit those buttons, subscribe to the channel, like the video. That is the only way to contribute to Optimal Play if you enjoy these videos to help us grow. Yeah, I think that this is my stream for the day, but I'm gonna try to stream again tomorrow. I'm not sure what. Playing the Old King's Crown solo is high on my list to do during this break, but we'll have that one. I'm not going to sit on stream and read the rules. It's a thick solo rulebook, so I have time to learn the solo mode. Between now and tomorrow, we'll see. But I will get that out at some point. If not that, maybe some Marvel Champions, maybe some Flip Town. Leviathan Wilds is on my list to play more of. I don't know if I want to play it solo. And then there's definitely Horizon or Imperium, Horizons, etc., and Star Trek Captain's Chair, high on my list of solo games to play too. So I'll definitely be solo gaming some more tomorrow. I'll be recording some videos, look for those to come. And yeah, thanks for chilling here. Happy holidays. I'll see you next time.